Samantha from Scrapmaster's Paradise, and today I'm going to give you a room and office tour. So here's just an overview. I'm going to go section by section and tell you what's in each section, but if you want to see any of my organization any closer, I can film future videos. Just leave me a comment letting me know what you'd like to see in more detail, and I'll try to shoot some videos in the next coming weeks explaining some of my organization in more detail for you guys. We painted the walls this bright pink, except this front piece right here is like a light painter's brown beige color. So we left this wall so that I can leave the door open so people don't see all the bright coming in. It's like there's the stairwell, and that way people can just see mostly the brown and the bright pink won't radiate out of the room. Let's start here. I've got 2 exhibit shelves, and here's my crafting desk, so I sit in that chair and craft. I've got my cutting board and a couple of little containers over here, and this is where I pull most of my crafting supplies from. I pulled this card out just so you guys could see it, but it's usually tucked under the table, and I can just sit and open the drawers. I keep the papers I'm working with on the top, so this is our August SP monthly kit, and a couple of paper pads along with the 6x6 kit. And I've got some Copic images that I've colored, and then this little alphabet set I'm going to use on something soon. Over here I've got some of the tools and supplies that I use semi-often, and that way I can just get out of my chair and bend and grab whatever I need. In these pink containers, I've got some stamp overflow. All these are filled with stamps, and I've got more in our spare bedroom, and I'll show you in the office how I have some of them stored. I've got my buttons and my Copics at reach, and I put some little doodads and some paper scraps in these containers. I think I've shown these before, so it's just filled with some embellishments that I use every once in a while, some Copic images. Here's my 8.5 by 11 cardstock. I actually have more stored other places, but this is what I grab. I can grab this right from my desk, so it's really easy. And then on the next exhibit, I've got loose 12 by 12s, my Cricut stuff and my Cricut expression, larger paper scraps, that's all thickers and alphabets, and some inks. So I sold all my Stampin' Up! Inks and just have my SP inks right now. Well, they're defective, so I'm not using them anymore and we're not selling them. So I've got like 3 other ink pads, and they're all brown and black. I've got a lot of ink pads on order, and hopefully they'll fit in this caddy. If not, I'll have to get something else. And here's my 12 by 12 cardstock, and scoot these over so you can see. I've got old SP monthly kits. I pull from these past kits if I need other 12 by 12s. So the 12 by 12s down here are mostly 12 by 12s that are for sale, and then some of mine that I haven't looked through in a really long time. I basically stick with our monthly kit, and that's it. So I'm not going to open any of these pink ones. The bottom 3 are pretty much full of prizes and giveaway stuff, and then I've got cardstock in this top one here. So let's keep going. So I've got a little media shelf with some pictures on it, and this is where I store my die stuff. I've got all my pieces for my Big Shot, and then inventory. Those are SP die tools ready to sell. This bin I'm just putting in my finished projects right now. I don't have a good system for that right now. The card organizers that I have the PDF for, I made a bunch of those, filled them with cards, and I actually let my mom keep those so I didn't have to transport them. So I've got the big hutch, my Big Shot. This is full with miscellaneous stuff. Show you a peek. It's just stuffed full. Albums, and then the bottom is SP storage binders, and I'm getting pretty low on all those. I'm reordering those soon. I've got a box of fabric, a box of paints. I got this stand at Target. They were doing a back to school sale, so I got this stand. I needed some place to put Bob, and he's making a mess again. So there's Bob, and the blanket is to cover him at night. Got some more supplies, some books. Open this up. It's full of stamps that have to still be packaged. Yep, lots of stamps. Got my ribbon rack that my husband built, and my cameras, all sorts of business supplies, packaging, cords, my bind it all, hole puncher, lots of office stuff. Then swinging back to the table, I've got where I take my photos. It's just a piece of a box I've got paper lined on, and I just set this on the table to take pictures. All my office cords are right there with a surge protector. I've got this really pretty magnet board. I actually made this for makeup. I saw a tutorial on Pinterest, and it's kind of messed up right now. I've got to put the back on it, but I intend to hang this up on the wall, maybe over there where I film. I'm not exactly sure, but I thought it was really pretty. And there's a lot of drawers in our master bathroom, and there's no wall space for this, so it just has to sit here. And I've got all my SP stamps and dies stored right here in the SP storage binders. These binders fit. You can see, let's line up a little bit. You guys can see I've got lots and lots of stamps stored in there, and 4 binders fit to a row. These racks are from IKEA, and they just hang on the wall, and they were like $4 or $5. They were super cheap, and they come in a couple of different colors. I liked the gray color. I'll post a link to that so you guys can see, because people always ask me about that. Alright, so we're done with the actual scrap room, and now this is a closet. This isn't even the master closet. It's just a closet for this bedroom, and the closet's huge. It's like 7 feet long by, I don't know, 5 feet wide, something like that. So this is where I do all my office stuff. I usually have this computer playing lots of music. It's got this big, huge open window, a light, and then a vent, so it stays cool, and it's really nice. I have this still in plastic, but we're going to stain and seal this wood to match my table over here someday. We just haven't done it yet. I also plan on painting this room someday as well. So this desk is just homemade, and if you want to know more about it, I can do a video just on the desk. I call this my closet office because I do all my shipping and answering emails and all that stuff from this room. And so I've got these full of SP stamps, and I have just a couple of each design in these containers. And then those pink containers I showed you in the beginning have overflow, and then there's more overflow in our spare bedroom. So I'm well stocked. Monthly kits just went out, but people's payments come out at different days, so I've got some of their kits set aside, and there's some 12 by 12s back there. I've got office supplies and tools all over the place in here, just packaging and office supplies and shipping supplies and more office supplies and labels and business paperwork and lots of envelopes, and I've got overflow in the spare bedroom again. So my mom and I made these at CHA, I think 3 years ago. I just liked them. I put an S and a P on there and hung them on the wall. And I also have a memory board that we made together. This is where I package and ship everything. So I've got flare I'm working on and shipping paper. This is like a shoe rack from IKEA, and I store little embellishments and buttons and things so I can grab them really quick and ship really quick. So, I think that's pretty much everything. My husband jokes around. He says I spend all my day locked in a closet because I'm in this little office closet a lot of the time. I craft in here and then work and pack and ship in here. So, that is pretty much the whole room. So if you want any more details on any of the sections, leave me a comment and I'll be happy to make you a video. Oh, thanks so much for watching. Bye.